Acceleris is accessed through a login page or by its integration with the Active Directory or similar. The landing page is the user workspace. The workspace contains all the transactions the user is working on, such as ratings, re-rating alerts, applications, and pricing transactions. On top, there are a summary of efficiency statistics that include the number of transactions in work in progress, SLA statistics as compared as well to the rest of the team, rejected by the credit committee, and so on and so on. The user gets into a transaction that it is on delay and can see who is managing it. It is Patrick Seals. If we put the cursor over the name, we get the phone number to give a call to see what's going on. By the push of a button, we can also get an email automatically generated with the email of the analyst working on the transaction and the client name and the application number automatically into the email title. Acceleris clearly shows where the transaction sits on the workflow. This transaction was pending for client approval and has been gone back into in review. This is also shown here, not only graphically. It's pending in client approval, in review, and the next actions are sent to credit committee approval or close application definitely. Now we send the transaction again to the next action, send back to a CC approval. The application shows which are the groups that are allowed into this action. So we press in send to CC approval and the application again, or the tool shows where again sits in the next process. Acceleris allows for complex and simplified approval processes. Here we have a more simplified process where we have initial application overview, some financial information for calculating ratios and ratings, some simplified qualitative assessment that includes comments and criteria to help the credit analyst in their assessment, a section for environmental, reputational, and social. Finally, some compliance can be used to click and validate all the requirements, and also it includes criteria embedded into the questionnaire for helping the credit analyst, and finally the recommendation by the credit committee. Acceleris allows for the definition of any type of dashboard and the inclusion in each dashboard of an unlimited number of graphics, including origination process efficiency graphics. It also permits a report in the format of pivot table that allows for any degree of drill down. For instance, we're going to see here by a credit officer. We put it here and it classifies breakdown by credit officer, but we could even break it down by business partner, and we will create the corresponding report. It allows you to calculate any metric. For instance, here we have the actual days per analyst. We can change to the average so we understand what's the average SLA, or we can do any other transaction, maybe break it by product, and we can have here the breakdown by product, or change the type of representation from this type of matrix to bar chart, etc.